Hey there, action fan, it's Avatar review time. Today it's the two-part series finale of Legend of Korra, in Day of the Colossus and The Last Stand. Colossus begins with the good guys taking on Kuvira's war machine Rebel Alliance style. The airbenders are up high, blinding the thing with paint, while the metal benders tie the legs together.
And Bolin gives out one heck of a hot foot.
But even with Korra and the airbenders giving it their all, they still can't knock the monster down. So Varrick pulls out the old mad science with an EMP, and it works on the little space marine-sized mechs, but not the beast. But have no fear, Sulu is here to save the day.
Oh my.
You see, apparently the Iron Giant is actually a Platinum Giant, which is apparently plentiful enough to... No, I accept it. Whatever.
Private, are you sure you don't find it enragingly ridiculous?
Yes, moving on. Hiroshi Sato equips the flying mechs with really awesome laser saws.
Don't forget about that time they dropped a building on the low-rent Jaeger.
Yeah, that was awesome. But when Hiroshi sacrifices himself to cut a hole in the Colossus, that was sad. Next, in The Last Stand, once Team Avatar is inside, they start wreaking some serious havoc. Super Sisters Su and Lin foobar the cannon, while Mako and Bolin head for the heart of the beast. But with no way to shut it down, Mako has to give it a 1.21 gigawatt overcharge. And yeah, that's crossing the streams bad. This causes a gigantic, pretty pink explosion that interrupts Korra and Kuvira's fight. But the deadly despot isn't done. She heads into the Spirit Forest to find the mech's discarded cannon, which has one left in the chamber. And firing it has...
massive collateral damage.
And it even nearly kills Kuvira. But before that happens, Korra glows it up and blocks the beam, creating a new spirit portal. While on the other side, Korra and Kuvira have a heart-to-heart and the Iron Woman surrenders. And the episode ends at Varrick and Julie's wedding. Okay, we've got two really good episodes here, and they're so tightly woven I'm only going to give one score for both. Let's start by looking at the action. There are a lot of great little moments in this big ongoing fight against an enemy too powerful for anyone, even the Avatar, to defeat alone. The Airbenders are clever and brave with planned paint, and just flying around that death beam. The non-benders, Asami, Hiroshi, Varrick, and Julie are great with their flying suits, and EMP thing. And when Hiroshi sacrifices himself, that was a major emotional high point. Everything between Hiroshi and Asami is really sweet and very touching. But that whole bit with the suits was great. The Earth and Metal Benders kick major. Lin and Su leading the pack with how they shredded the inside of the metal monstrosity. But the twins are fun, and Bolin is working that lava bending.
Don't forget about the building.
Oh yeah, that was... Finally, Korra is, as always, a superstar, with massive bending power and cool Avatar stuff. One of her best moments was when she encased the Colossus in ice, but her one-on-one fight with Kuvira was sadly not on the same level as the fight between Aang and Ozai.
Yeah, but there weren't really a chance of that.
That fight was massive, and Aang really unleashed his full power. I don't feel like Korra ever did that. The closest she gets is when she blocks the spirit beam, but a few shots of a big explosion don't really give the same thrill as watching Aang lay a massive smackdown on the Fire Lord. Now let's talk character stuff, and wow, is there a lot of it. There's a great scene between Junior and Su where he gives up his life of evil. Bolin and Mako have an awesome moment as the firebrand is getting ready to blow up the giant mech's heart. Asami and Hiroshi's scenes together are amazing. Korra and Kuvira's heart-to-heart in the spirit world really shows just how much the Avatar has grown and sheds light on Kuvira's motives. Varrick and Julie finally get hitched, and it's great to see Varrick try and put his feelings into cohesive words. Prince Wu decides to dissolve the monarchy and hold elections, so go democracy. I really like what they did with Wu throughout the season, showing how he goes from being a little punk to a genuine leader. Now let's talk about that ending. If you're into the Korra-Asami shipping, I have good news for you. That one's about as official as it's gonna get. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in Legend of Korra, Day of the Colossus, and The Last Stand. On the good side, we have a really awesome running battle with a giant city-stomping robot. And everyone has a part to play in winning this fight. There's also tons of great character moments and plot resolution to go around. On the downside, there's just no way the final battle in Korra could match the explosive tension and sheer conclusiveness of Last Airbender. The final fight between Korra and Kuvira was good, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't great. Now that minor disappointment aside, this was still a great conclusion to a great show. So I give Legend of Korra, Day of the Colossus, and The Last Stand a 4.5 out of 5. If you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and DeviantArt pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.